Good afternoon. Trooper Jody Cash with the Kentucky State Police, Post 1 Public Affairs Officer. To my far right is ATF ASAC Tommy Estevan. To his left is Deputy Commissioner of Kentucky State Police Alex Payne. To my immediate right is Kentucky State Police Commissioner Rick Sanders. To my immediate left, Marshall County Sheriff Kevin Byers. To his left is FBI ASAC Jeffrey Coburn. And to my far left is Marshall County School System Superintendent Trent Lovett. With that being said, those are who's up here. Commissioner, the Commissioner of Kentucky State Police will now make a statement in regards to what new information we have, what information we're ready to release, and then after that, I will come up here and conclude the press conference.
Thank you. Good evening. Thanks for your patience. We just wanted to gather this evening to give you a little bit more information that we could release. Again, you'll not hear a lot about the crime scene or any particulars about the investigation. We don't want to do anything to hamper the prosecution of the person that has been arrested. But I will tell you again that at 7:57 a.m. this morning, a 15-year-old male student walked into the school with a pistol in his hand, immediately opened fire, striking 14 people. There were a total of 19 injured. 14 suffered gunshot wounds. Of those 14, 2 are deceased. 1 died at the scene, 15-year-old female Bailey Nicole Holt, H-O-L-T. There were a total of 6 transported to Vanderbilt Hospital. 1 died at the hospital, 15-year-old male Preston Ryan Cope, C-O-P-E. There are 5 still at the hospital in critical condition. At Vanderbilt, there were a total of 19 injured. 5 of those were injured trying to escape the gunfire. We've been there all day processing the scene. Our critical incident response team is responsible for this investigation. They're being assisted by the FBI, by their evidence technicians helping collect evidence. We've also been helped by the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms. They have done some work on the weapon that was used. So we thank all those people that have assisted us today. This crime scene will be worked for the next few days. They're still there tonight. We'll be back tomorrow and for the next couple of days following. The FBI also has sent the victim specialist here to assist us with anybody that may have witnessed this or have a member of their family that's involved. And the Kentucky Emergency Management Team has also assisted us in setting up 2 key locations. The first is the Family Resource Center at the Kentucky Agricultural Extension Office at 1533 Mayfield Highway in Benton. That will be a facility used for anybody that's connected with this shooting that may be in need of supplies such as a student that lost his or her glasses there. So anything that's needs related, we'll refer you to that location. And then the counseling center we're setting up at Old Pepsi Bottling Plant, 1531 US 641 in Benton. And that's for those that are affected by this that need grief counseling, and there are many that will need grief counseling. And speaking of the human toll that something like this takes, I can't tell you a whole lot about what happened there today because I don't want to do anything to hurt the investigation, but I will address the human toll it takes. In addition to those family members that have lost loved ones, that have had loved ones injured or hurt or traumatized, we pray for those people. I also just want to express how difficult this is for first responders. One of our first troopers to arrive on the scene saw the young lady that died there on the scene and thought it was his daughter, because she had been dropped off at the school this morning as well. Same clothing description, same description. And he had to go over to convince himself that that was not his daughter. And then for those that responded, it's a difficult situation, dealing with those that are killed, injured, traumatized. I pray for those first responders that had to go and witness this. The SRO that was assigned to the school went through a tough time this morning. And I failed to mention this morning, this 15-year-old was apprehended by a sheriff's office officer that was the first to arrive. Those people are all wrestling with the emotions from something like this. So I ask for you to remember them in your prayers tonight. We're not going to release any information again about the actual crime. I don't think we'll have another press conference tomorrow unless something comes up that we can share with you. Again, we still have 5 in critical condition and 2 deceased. So with that, we'll close the press conference. Thank you for being here. And I'll entertain just a couple of questions, but I probably won't answer them. But go ahead, sir.
Commissioner, are you looking at bullying as a possible motive?
I won't go into that.
Do you have any?
How was the young man taken into custody without incident? Did he give up? Did he run out of bullets? What happened?
He was taken into custody is all I can tell you.
Commissioner, is there release photographs of Bailey and Preston?
Say that again, please.
Will the school district or you release photographs of Bailey and Preston?
I'm sure in the days to follow, those photographs will come out, but I'm not prepared to do that tonight.
Commissioner, do you believe this 15-year-old was targeting his victims?
I'm not going to answer that.
How did he get the weapon?
Not going to answer that.
You said you made an arrest. What charges have you filed?
We're hearing,
He's going to be charged with 2 counts of murder
obviously,
and numerous counts of attempted murder.
Is that in the juvenile system or the adult system?
We're still talking about that.
Do you have any more information on the weapons at all that are involved?
Not that I can talk. No, there was one weapon involved that we know of. I'll also tell you that we had the ATF bomb detection dogs sweep the school in the parking lot. We're convinced that this was at this point, it looks like it was a sole shooter. It doesn't. There doesn't appear to be anybody else involved that we know about at this time. But again, we're still in the investigation.
When you mentioned 19 injured, are you including in that number the 2 deceased, or is
Yes, total of 19. Two deceased.
Were there any security guards at the school?
There was a school resource officer at the school.
Was he armed? Was she armed?
That's all we're going to answer tonight. But thank you for being here.